Hey guys, and welcome to another Jungle Cup PvP video, going up against the big man, PurpleKyogre. So we'll link his channel in the description below. If you haven't checked him out already, which you should have, go check him out, give him a subscribe, tell him PvPSteve sent ya, and yeah, let's just get into these battles, where, oh boy does he whoop me. So we've got the Lanturn mirror match here, we've both got a Thunderbolt. I shielded up the Thunderbolt, he did not shield it up. So we're just going to be able to hit another Thunderbolt. It's just going to happen. We've got Vigoroth and Noctowl in the back, so nothing really worth switching into. He gets off the Thunderbolt, we let it come through, we get off our Thunderbolt, and he's going to shield up to protect his Lanturn. So he is one water gun ahead of us. I'm not quite sure how that happened, whether it's just lag or whatever, but it then just becomes IV dependent, and he's able to feint us down and have a Thunderbolt charged up, which is just so unfortunate. So we bring in the Vigoroth, use up the shield, just get one counter off to charge up the tiniest amount of energy on the Vigoroth. I figured that was better than bringing in Noctowl. He brings in his own Vigoroth, and we switch into Noctowl because we were expecting a Heracross instantly. So we went, we don't want to leave Vigoroth in here, we want to do as much damage onto Heracross as we can before he switches out. Let's switch into Noctowl immediately, and it didn't quite pay off. So we got off the Sky Attack, he let it go through. And he gets up the Body Slam, which will finish us off, I think. Oh, yeah. And so now we've got Vigoroth Mirror Match. He instant switches into Noctowl so that we can't charge up too much energy. Obviously, Noctowl is a slightly losing matchup, but we were down a little bit of health. And he gets with the Sky Attack. We've got no shields left, so actually he's going to be able to finish off with that. We're able to get off a Body Slam and then another Body Slam, but it isn't enough to finish off the Noctowl. Actually, he still has a shield, and he's going to be able to feint us down with that Sky Attack. We did have a Body Slam ready, so if we had Charge Move priority, we would have been able to finish off the Noctowl, but he still had a Vigoroth in the back, so yeah, nothing we could have done there, and that is GG's. So I haven't actually mentioned yet, we did this tournament style, so we each had a team of 6. I'll put those in the description as well as the pinned comment below, so if you want to check those out, do that. I haven't figured out how to do images yet, but yeah. We've got Alolan Graveler versus Noctowl, which is a fantastic matchup. We tried to switch out of there when he switched into Vigoroth, but it wasn't working, so now we've switched into Venusaur. Unfortunately, this isn't as good as it could be. Venusaur does beat Vigoroth if it's in the lead matchup. I actually possibly should have shielded up that first Body Slam, but because he's just got so much energy advantage, I think he can beat Venusaur. So Venusaur does beat Vigoroth, as I said, in the lead matchup. If you switch into Venusaur, it's going to be a little harder. So as you can see here, we've had to double shield the Body Slams. We've got to another Frenzy Plant here, but he's going to double shield also. And when you're in the lead matchup, you're able to get to a third Frenzy Plant before he can get to a Body Slam to finish you off. Now he just finished us off there with quick moves, so now he's got a Body Slam ready onto whatever we bring in, and it is Vigoroth. So he's getting a Body Slam just before he goes down. And we've almost got to a Body Slam to get off onto whatever he brings in. And it is Noctowl, so this would be a winning matchup if we're in the lead spot. So we're fighting an uphill battle here. We switch into Alolan Graveler, hoping that he got off a charge move, and he actually did, a little later than expected, but he still gets off that Sky Attack onto the Alolan Graveler, so we can tank that. And he brings in Alolan Golem. So Alolan Golem, to me, does seem a little bit better, just because Wild Charge packs so much more of a punch than Thunderbolt does, but I do not have the fast TMs to switch my Alolan Golem over from Volt Switch, so yeah, he's powered up and ready, but just not TM'd over. So yeah, PurpleKyogre took us there, another good game. Let's see if we can maybe get something up on the scoreboard. We've got Vigoroth versus Lanturn. So Lanturn, when Lanturn has shields, you probably just want to go for the Body Slams, but we're going to charge up to the Bulldoze and then get off the Bulldoze, making him think, well, we want him to think that it's a shield bait. But we're going to go for the Bulldoze, hope he doesn't shield and lets it go through, and he does let it go through, which is fantastic. We're able to shield bait him there, and we can finish off the Lanturn with just counters, get off this Body Slam onto the next Pokemon, and it is Heracross. So we're going to switch out here. We've got 2 Pokemon that both counter Heracross really well, Alolan Golem and Noctowl, and he brings in Noctowl, so he actually has 2 Pokemon in the back that do not do well up against this Alolan Graveler. So this is a really good spot for us. And we're going to let this come through, I think. We do, and it was a Psychic, which actually does a lot of damage. It's more than I was expecting it to do, and we are able to finish off with quick moves anyway though, get off this Rock Blast onto the Heracross, And after this lag, he does shield up. We hit him with one quick attack, and then in comes Noctowl to save the day. Finish off the Heracross. Heracross wouldn't be able to finish us off even if he got a charge move, and that is GG's. And that is the one battle we will win in this entire video, so live it up. Just because we got off that Bulldoze shield bait, that really helped us out. Now I've got the Vigoroth mirror match, and we'll just go away at it. There's not a whole lot you can do here other than piggybacking, which we just didn't try to do there. He might piggyback us here, and he didn't, so it looks like he's charged up some extra energy, so he's getting off a body slam, which we shield up. And then we get off a counter as he's getting off the second charge move, which we just let come through. Maybe that was a bad move, because we would have been able to finish his off, and then we would have the switch advantage, but you know, you live and you learn. So we've got Noctowl versus Lanturn here. We switch out, hopefully, as he was trying to get for the charge move, but it didn't play out that way. I'm really bad at move counting. I haven't learned Lanturn. I'm trying to learn it up, but yeah, it's hard sometimes. We've got Alolan Graveler. He's just going to fall here to this Thunderbolt, even though it's not super effective. And we had charge moves ready, so we were trying to charge up a little bit for extra energy as the only way we could win. So we were hoping to be able to take down the Lanturn after a bit more energy and then get off a charge move onto the last Pokemon with Alolan Graveler. And then we also had a charge move ready with the Noctowl, but yeah, it just didn't play out that way. Got a little bit too greedy with the energy, and it did cost us this match. So that's GG's. So yeah, in this video, a couple of times, I will charge up a bit too much energy trying to hold on to it for the next Pokemon, hoping that it's my one chance for victory, and it doesn't play out. And now we have the Venusaur versus Vigoroth. Now, Venusaur, again, can beat Vigoroth in the lead matchup. So he's going to be able to get off a Body Slam, we shield it up, we'll get off a Frenzy Plant, and he'll shield it up. We were able to piggyback there, and shields up. So just going away, he'll get to another Body Slam, and we'll get to another Frenzy Plant right after. So here's our Frenzy Plant, not a piggyback that time, not too far from the charge move. He shields up, and now we'll be able to get to a Frenzy Plant. I'm not sure why we looked at the switch there, but we get to the Body Slam, we can tank that, and then just get off the Frenzy Plant before we go down. And that will finish off Vigoroth. He's got no more shields left, there's no more shields on the board, and now we get switch advantage. So he brings in the Noctowl, finishes us off, and we've got Noctowl and Lanturn, so we bring in the Lanturn, see if he switches out, and he does into his own Lanturn, so this is not a good situation here, but again, we've actually brought in the exact same trio, Vigoroth, Noctowl, and Lanturn. Guess it's a pretty good trio. Now that was a mistake, we went for the Hydro Pump. I think just because of me using him in Rainbow, I'm like, oh, okay, if we can get to the Hydro Pump and he's got no shields, get off the Hydro Pump. But when you're against Lanturn in that situation, it's actually better to just go for the Thunderbolts. It costs less energy. Neither of them are very fantastic against the other one. But yeah, you should just go straight Thunderbolts. And we get off this Sky Attack just before we go down. Finish off the Lanturn. He's got Noctowl in the back. And we go down with the Noctowl. In comes Lanturn. Really hoping we could get to that Thunderbolt, but we were not able to. And he finished... Oh, actually, no, we are able to get to the Thunderbolt. This is ridiculous, but it just doesn't finish him off, and we lag a bit there, so I'm wondering if we weren't lagging, if that would have possibly been a tie, or if we would have won, but yeah, we did no damage, and I think we were both on like 1 HP, so I'm thinking it might have been a tie, if we weren't lagging. But anyway, good game nonetheless, and we've got Venusaur versus Noctowl. We have to get out of there straight away, go into our own Noctowl, because we didn't want to bring in our Alolan Graveler, because then he could just hard counter it. When Alolan Graveler's back is up against the wall, he doesn't do very well. So we're just going to get that Sky Attack, hoping we could maybe get a shield for some reason, but yeah, no, it's just not going to happen. So we're going to get off as much damage as we can, and we're actually doing some pretty good chip damage, but he gets off the charge move here. We're actually going to shield it up, because we can get some more chip damage going on here. Noctowl is actually doing a lot better than I thought he would against those Water Guns. Water Gun just does a lot of damage, but Noctowl is so tanky. And we almost finish off the Lanturn with the Noctowl, but he gets up another charge move, and we're not going to waste both shields on that losing matchup. So we bring back in Venusaur, get a little bit of extra energy on it, and now he brings back in Noctowl, and we tried to switch out there, but he gets off the charge move first, so we just have to shield up there. It was not a good spot. We were thinking about using the Sludge Bomb there, but we were just going to switch out into Alolan Graveler instead, save the energy for when Venusaur has to come back into a probably bad matchup because we have to switch. We get off that Rock Blast and he does shield up. Those counters just absolutely wreck us. We tried to get to another Rock Blast, but it just wasn't happening. Now we come in and get off the Frenzy Plant, but he's got Charge Move priority, so he goes off the Body Slam first, but sending the Frenzy Plant straight back, but he still has a shield, and there it is. And now he goes off another Body Slam, and this will finish us off. So down we go. So again, another good game. Yeah, this just isn't going fantastic. Making a lot of mistakes, but that's why we practice. We make mistakes, we learn to not make them again when we're in the tournaments. So we've got Noctowl versus Vigoroth here, a losing matchup in the lead scenario. We'll just play it out though, I think. We'll go for this Sky Attack, he gets off the Body Slam at the same time. So again, just Charge Move priority, Body Slam and sending back the Sky Attack. And just keep chugging away. Part of me actually prefers to not get Charge Move priority when we're doing practice matches, just because then you can play as if your back is to the wall, so you're playing worst case. So we get off that Sky Attack and he shields again, and we try to switch out there. Again, we were lagging a little bit. I'm not sure if we missed any attacks there, but Vigoroth does win the matchup anyway, so even so, we might have got like one more Sky Attack off, but I don't think we lagged. But anyway, in comes Vigoroth. He's going to be able to bring in whatever he wants here, and he brings in Lanturn. So he hasn't been using Heracross, which is, it's good. We charge up to the Bulldoze again, and now we're going to Body Slam, hoping that he thinks it's a... And he does shield there. So we correctly shield evaded there after we get off that Bulldoze, that one game that we won. We shielded up his charge move, and now we charged up to the Bulldoze, and then we both switched out at the exact same time. So we have Venusaur versus Noctowl here. Obviously, not a good matchup. We get off the Sludge Bomb, which doesn't, like, it does a good amount of damage for something that is supposed to lose. That is just, Noctowl is so tanky. So in back comes Vigoroth. We tried to charge up some extra energy there because we were like, okay, he just got off a Sky Attack, he won't be able to get to another one, but he was much closer to a Sky Attack than I thought, should have move counted. So the plan was to charge up just a little bit of extra energy, finish off the Noctowl with Body Slams, and then hope to get off a Bulldoze onto the Lanturn in the back. But it didn't play out that way, so yeah. Should move count in the future. Alolan Graveler versus, what's his name? Vigoroth. Vigoroth, just not a good matchup, so we switch out into our own Vigoroth, and we're obviously in a bad spot here. We shield up against that Body Slam and get off our own Body Slam, not able to piggyback there. And he does shield up. And now he's getting off another charge move, and we're just going to let it come through. We're going to see what happens if we just try and bring in something else. So we bring in the Noctowl, charge with the Sky Attack, but he'll be able to get to the Body Slam first. So we do shield up. He might be able to get to another Body Slam before we hit, but it actually switches out into Alolan Golem. So we're stuck here, getting off the Nightshade. I need to do some more research into whether Nightshade or Psychic is better for the Noctowl. We try to switch out there, and we finally are able to into Alolan Graveler. This is also not a good matchup, especially because he had the energy advantage. So he gets off that Rock Blast, which does, you know, an okay amount to us. We tried to, again, we were trying to hold on to the energy. We wanted to finish off Alolan Golem with the quick moves and then get off the charge move onto the next Pokemon. It was our only chance of victory, and we did the exact same thing there. Hoped to finish off with quick moves so we could then get the charge move onto the next Pokemon. But yeah, it just wasn't happening. So, but that's alright. So, thank you for watching. Thank you, PurpleKyogre, for the battles. Don't forget to check him out. Please like, comment, subscribe, especially that subscribe one, and I'll see you in the next video.